Hey Vision Chasers, it's Dr. Bird here. You know, carpenters have a saying. It goes like this: measure twice, cut once. And the reason for this is very, very simple. You know, an error in measurement in a project could mean possibly that the completion date for the project could be pushed back. Now, the buyer would not be happy with that. It could also mean that the price of the project could go up because you have to purchase extra materials for the error in measurement. Buyer wouldn't be happy with that either. So it's important to measure twice and cut only once. It's important to do that extra work. Now, that principle applies to carpenters, but it also applies to life as well. I'm going to tell you a personal story of mine. So my first car, I had to wait until I was 19 to get my first car. And I was away in college, so I was 120 miles away from home. So I convinced my parents, hey, co-sign a loan for me, please, so I can get this car. Well, my parents co-signed the loan. My dad gave me only one instruction. He told me to do this: put the car on the diagnostic machine to make sure there's nothing wrong with the vehicle. So sound advice. Take it to a mechanic, have the mechanic look it over, make sure that it's a good purchase. Well, me, because this was going to be my first car, I was excited. When the owner of the car brought it up to me, hey, I saw that it ran, it looked good. I could see myself in this car riding around with my friends, maybe some girls in the car with me. So, you know, that was me. That was 19-year-old me. That was the way that I saw it. Well, I end up not putting it on the diagnostic machine. Don't take it to mechanic. When my dad asked me, did I take it to the mechanic? I said, yes. I lied. Very, very, very bad. So 2 days later, I'm going down the highway. I'm rolling. So I'm 19 years old. So of course I'm doing 90, and I hear a pop. And I'm not thinking anything of it because I'm thinking it's probably part of the music that I was listening to, because I was listening to Master P. So I just thought it was part of the bass line. So I just kept rolling. And then I'm rolling, but I'm pressing on the gas and nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. And I just realized the traffic is riding past me, and they're not, they're not pleased with me because I'm not keeping pace with the traffic. And I can remember, thinking about my dad at that time, because I realized that something was very, very wrong as the car was just slowing down. It was slowing down. And long story short, the transmission blew out. And it cost me a lot of money. I had to go into some debt in order to get the car fixed. Now remember, I had to go into even more debt to get the car fixed while I was trying to pay off the car. And as the months would go on, it caused me a lot more trouble because I was paying for a new transmission, but also I would find out later that the engine was bad as well. And so the engine would overheat numerous times. And so this car left me stranded in traffic during rush hour. People are looking at me left and right, and they're looking at me with the evil look because I'm holding up traffic. All of this was because I refused to measure twice and cut once. You see, what this principle is about, it's about rushing in. It's about making a hasty, quick decision without taking the time to sit back and think, to reflect before you make that decision. So in life, it's important to do those things. It's important to take the time, take a moment. Don't be so quick to rush in to make that decision, because in many cases, it'll come back to hurt you really, really bad, and you'll have regrets of not taking that moment to really think about it. So I want you to think about my story and make sure that you're learning from my mistakes and the mistakes of other responsible adults around you. Learn from their pain. Learn from those mistakes so you don't have to go through them. So think about that, and until we meet again, please keep chasing the vision. Bye.